Hello everyone. Am I audible? Does someone revert? Great, great, great. I can see someone giving me a thumbs up. So first and foremost thing, good evening, good morning, good afternoon from whichever part of the world you are. Today on the Fertile Brain platform, this is Sameer Gudhate here, who would be reciting some of my poems, which have been, some of them have been award winning, some not. So basically, to start with, I will first what I'll do is I'll introduce myself. So again, my name is Sameer Gudhate. I am from Mumbai and I am a professional book reviewer. As a professional book reviewer, what I do is I read the book cover to cover and then I review, give out my thoughts on the book. What are the contents? What is the storyline? How I felt about the book? What are the strong points of the book? What are the negative aspects of the book? What is the emotional quotient which has been handled in the book? So these are some of the points on which my review is crafted. And my review is a very detailed review as compared to other book reviewers in the industry. Anywhere between 600 to 800 words is something which any book review of mine is always. And then those book reviews are posted on 6 different platforms, social media platforms, for the world to read it. Apart from that, I am an author. I have 5 books to my credit, which are all available on Amazon. I am a poet. So out of 5 books, 3 of my books are poem collection. Let's not get into what the name of the books are. You can just search on Amazon Sameer Gudhate and you will find all the 5 books. So 3 of my books are into poetry. One is a fiction book, and another book is very much into the need right now. That is how to effectively use ChatGPT. Apart from being an author, a poet, a book reviewer, I work as a content consultant. I help people, I help businesses to generate content. I help them write content. Like, for example, there are people who want to come up with a website, but they don't know what is to be written on the website. It is that at that point of time, I come into picture. Of course, I work at the back end. I am never in the front end. And these kind of things do happen. I am a beta reader. So an author or a publisher sends me his work before it is published. And after reading, I give my feedback wherein it enhances the readability of the work. Also, I am a ghostwriter. Over here, many of you must be aware what a ghostwriting is all about. But then, ghostwriting is a process wherein I write something, but my name is not attached to that. The prime reason behind that is I am being paid for it. So at this point of time, on Amazon, there are 5 publications which are written by me, but it goes with some other names. So today, I don't know for how long we are going to go or do this session, but yes, certainly we are going to go somewhere around half an hour's time, wherein I'll make sure that you people are not bored at all, because the kind of poetry which I am going to recite today uh, are from different genres. Okay. Uh, as I said earlier, many of these poems are award-winning poems. Now, when I say award-winning poems, there are many writing communities through which I participate on their what you say writing challenges. So some of those poems will be recited today, and there would be some poems which will be from my personal collection. So as of now, I think I have somewhere around 10, 12 poems which I have shortlisted. So let's start with the first poem. Now, this poem is a very fresh poem written today, somewhere around 9 o'clock in the morning. And the title is I Am Still Your Mom. I see the lines upon your face, each one a tale of joy and pain. But in your smile, I still embrace the boy whose love will never wane. I am still your mom. You have grown into a man so strong with dreams that take you far and wide. But no matter where you may belong, you will always have me by your side. I am still your mom. When struggle comes and skies grow grey, when life feels heavy, sharp, and long, know I am here, just a thought away, to guide you back where you belong. I am still your mom. At 73, my pace is low, but my love for you still burns bright. It's the only strength I'll ever know to hold you close through day and night. I am still your mom. You are 46 with life ahead and roads to travel, dreams to see. But every prayer I have ever said was worshipped so you could be free. I am still your mom. And when my days on the earth are through and memories are all you keep, sorry, and when my days on the earth are through and memories are all you keep, you know, eh, know every breath I lived was you. My love will hold as you sleep. I am still your mom. So this is very a fresh poetry which has been written just today morning. Let me go through some of the messages which I am getting. Nice to meet you, Rupa Rao. Oh, thank you, thank you. I am just trying to render my poems. Yes, I am still your mom is what I have uh, recited right now. Now let's go to the second one. Now this poem is basically part of a writing competition wherein I was supposed to write for 40 continuous days. There was no fixed format, but then I chose poetry because poetry is something which is very close to my heart. So I chose poetry, and what I thought was, why not tell a story through poetry? So this this whole 40 days, I wrote every single day a poetry, and the story moved forward. The story is of a couple. They fall in love, or they see each other on the very first day, and the 40th poetry is they are married. So the title goes this way: the first Lokhandwala glimpse. Now, when I say Lokhandwala, Lokhandwala is a locality in Mumbai. So it is just the name of the locality to add more relatability. It's the first Lokhandwala glimpse. In the heartbeat of a mundane day, two souls brush past in the office hallway like fleeting shadows of destiny. A moment, a spark ignites, a glimmering of something unspoken, where routine drips into magic and time dances on the edge of the chance. His eyes catch hers, a brief exchange, electric and shy. The words blur, just them. The clatter of keyboards fades, the hum of the office quiets, and for the heartbeat, the air thickens, rich with possibilities unexplored. In that split second, the ordinary bloom into extraordinary. I'm sorry. In that split second, the ordinary blooms into extraordinary, the first whisper of the story yet to unfold. So, this is basically the first moment where a male and a female they see each other for the first time. That is in the office. Frankly speaking, for me, it was a very difficult poem to come up with because the first glimpse is the most important thing when a person falls into love. And that is what I have tried to incorporate in this poetry. Let me go through some of the comments. 40 poems to move a story forward with their love romantic journey culminating in wedding. Awesome perspective and take. Thank you, Rupaji. Thank you so much. And also, what I would like to add to it is I was the winner of the challenge. So, the next poem right now in front of me is a funny take on something which we do every day is the digital transactions which we do. So this is an ode to my two-digit hoard. Now you will come to know as I recite the poem why the such kind of title. So an ode to my two-digit hoard. Behold my balance, two-digit clinging to survival, guarded by four digits of pride, a fortress for a kingdom of air. The irony hangs heavy, a lock and key for pennies, because even the smallest treasures deserve walls too high to climb. I scroll past temptations, the sheen of online sales, the siren calls of fast delivery. Netflix knocks, Amazon whispers, my card declines with the dignity of a soldier falling on his sword. Each swipe is a gamble, a prayer sent to the god of banking, who mocks me with their insufficient funds. Each swipe is a gamble, a prayer sent to the gods of banking, who mock me with their insufficient funds. But still, I try. Still, I hope. Perhaps today the balance will stretch just enough. This meager hoard of mine alone, fragile, fleeting, yet fiercely dependent, for one day this emptiness will fill. One day this hunger will feast. Until then, my dreams outgo my bank account, and my pin stands guard, silent, proud, and unyielding. Now, this is basically when I was watching a reel wherein the reel was such that uh, camera goes to every employee's phone and they show the balance which they have in their account. And the balance which were shown, I don't know whether they were true balance or not, but the balance shown at the end of the month was some had 5 rupees in their account, some had 50 rupees in their account, some had 30 rupees in their account, some had a single rupee in their account. So that is where the inspiration came in for this poem, that my bank account is very weak, but the pin which I have, the four-digit pin which I have, is guarding my whatever balance which I have in my account. So if you go to the title of the poem, I said two digits. So those two digits are basically the balance which I have in my account. Let's go to some of the comments. Oh, we don't have any comments as of now. Any which ways. The poem over here is title is The Timeless Pilgrimage. Well, I was just thinking the other day that we are all travelers, and our travel is from one date to another date. I hope you are able to understand what I am talking about. So, this is the kind of emotion which I have tried to capture in this poem. Title: The Timeless Pilgrimage. We are all travelers walking a road that began before we knew it existed. Our first milestone, the startled cry of birth, a proclamation of arrival, a tiny heart beating against the vastness of time. The journey starts small, tentative steps on the edge of safety, where scraped knees teaches us the falling is just a prelude to rising. We grow, we move through winding streets of ambition, across bridges of heartbreak, into forests thick with questions we may never answer. There is no map for this voyage, the only compass of our choices, pulling us forward through the years, through laughter that echoes like a warm summer breeze, to grief that clinch like the weight of wet clothes. Each sunrise finds us farther along the path. Each sunset reminds us how fleeting it all is. We carry souvenirs, the touch of a hand, the sound of a voice that linger even after it's gone. And after the road bends into the horizon, when the final milestone waits in the distance, we look back, not at the miles we have traveled, but at the love we have left behind, the moments that lit the journey like candles. Because that truth of it, because that's the truth of it, we are all travelers. And the road doesn't end. Mind this. We are all travelers, and the road doesn't end, it changes, becoming the stories we leave in the heart of those who keep walking. So, this was just a thought I had one early morning, that we are all travelers from one date to another. Now, the next poem which I have is from the latest poem collection of mine. It's a collection of 50 motivational or inspirational poems, and the title of the collection is Rise and Shine. The collection is available on Amazon. It's in Kindle format. Those who are interested can go over there and have a look. So the title of the poem which I am going to recite is the first poem from the collection. The title is Rise and Shine, and hence the title of the book, Rise and Shine. So, Rise and Shine. In the quiet dawns where shadows dissolve, I rise unflurring like petals of dawn first bloom. No longer bound by doubt's heavy cloak, I greet the morning with open arms, embracing the light that whispers of boundless beginnings. Each step forward is a testament to the resilience born in my bones. Each step forward is a testament to the resilience woven into my bones, a testament to the silent strength that propels me through the unknown. Each step forward is a testament to the resilience woven in my bones, a testament to the silent strength that propels me through the unknown. I shine not with the brilliance of the stars. I shine not with the brilliance of the star, but with the steady glow of perseverance, guiding others along the path where dreams take flight and doubts fade away. And then we come to the last stanza. For in this moment of awakening, I am more than flesh and bone. I am the embodiment of possibility, a radiant beacon of hope, a reminder to all who witness, rise and shine. So, this is the kind of motivational poetry which I generally write. This is the most loved genre poetry which I love, and many of my poems do fall into this category. And this overall collection has 50 poems, all motivational or inspirational. So, just it was the first poem for you. Now, I don't know what was the thought behind the next poetry, but I'm sure there must be some prompt given to me by some of the writing community. And just hold for a moment. Just one second. Okay, great. Okay, the title goes The Puzzle of Us. The title goes The Puzzle of Us. Life isn't a perfect picture neatly drawn, it's a puzzle scattered at dawn. Some pieces are sharp, some are smooth, some don't fit, and that's the truth. We try to make senses of what we hold, chasing pieces that feel cold. But there's something about those jagged edges. They hold the lesson, the broken pledges. We cry, sorry, we laugh, we cry, we build, we fall. We piece ourselves together through it all. Some days are sunny, some nights are long, but each moment becomes our song. The love we have given, the hearts we have hurt, the dreams we have lost, the ones we have nurtured, all these pieces scattered, torn, yet somehow they make us reborn. Yet somehow they make us reborn. The path isn't clear, the way isn't straight. The path isn't clear, the way isn't straight, but every turn, every twist is fate. We find our way through the cracks and bends and realize we are not just pieces, we are friends. At the end, it's not perfection we crave, but the courage to rise, the strength to be brave. At the end, it's not perfection we crave, but the courage to rise, the strength to be brave. For the beauty of life lies not in the whole, but in the moments that make us whole. At the end, it's not the perfection we crave, but the courage to rise, the strength to be brave. For the beauty of life lies not in the whole, but in the moments that make us whole. And when we look back, and when we look back, when the pieces all align, we see it wasn't just a picture, it was a life so fine. A mosaic of moments, messy and true, a story that only we could pursue. So, this was the kind of thought which I wanted to give out from this poem. I really don't know what was the inspiration behind this. I really don't know means I really don't remember it. And but again, this was given as a prompt in some writing community, and this was my response to it. Let's go to some comments. Stay inspiring, Sameer. Thank you. Puzzle. Yes, life is a puzzle indeed. Yeah, progress over perfection is something which I generally look forward. आमिर खान साहब ने कहा है काबिलियत and something of that sort. I don't remember the exact words. Puzzle pieces, mosaic of moments. Wow. Thank you, Rupaji. Thank you so much for uplifting me. Uh, so the next poem is something. It is a pair of poems. It's a pair of poems. Uh, I had given this poem to a competition. The competition itself, they wanted two poems, and this is what I gave them. The title, poem number one, His Perspective. You didn't just walk into the room, you arrived like a quiet storm. Mind it, this is his perspective. You didn't just walk into the room, you arrived just like a quiet storm. Everything slowed. The, I'm so sorry. Let's start from the beginning. You didn't just walk into the room, you arrived like a quiet storm. Everything slowed. The hum of conversation faded, and all I could hear was my heart trying to make sense of you. You stood there. Yes, you stood there as if the world had painted its masterpiece and decided to show it only to me. You stood there as if the world had painted its masterpiece and decided to show it only to me. I wanted to look away. I wanted to look away, but couldn't. I wanted to look away, but couldn't. You were the gravity in the room. I never knew I was spinning. The thought about saying something, but what do you say when life is quietly being rewritten in a stranger's gaze? And in that moment, yes, and in that moment, we rewrote fate, two souls as one, love's endless state. So, this was the first poem which was given to the competition. It was his perspective. And now let's look at her perspective. Before we go into that, we have some comments. Thank you, Rupaji. Thank you so very much. No, actually, the weather in Mumbai is something very different, very hot in the afternoons, very cold and in the mornings and in the nights. And thank you so very much that telling me that I am reciting it very well. Yes, his perspective was given. Now it's her perspective. Let's see what her perspective was. So the next poem from the pair, her perspective. There were too many people, too much noise. There were too many people, too much noise, but then there was you. You weren't the loudest or the tallest, but somehow you took up all the space in my chest. You weren't the loudest or the tallest, but somehow you took up the space, all the space in my chest. Your eyes caught mine. Was it an accident? Your eyes caught mine. Was it an accident? I don't know. But the way the air shifted, the way I forgot how to stand still, it felt like you would be waiting. Like we did both been waiting for this. I smiled because what else do you do when the world gives you a glimpse of forever? And in that moment, we rewrote fate, two souls as one, love's endless state. So this was something which I tried for the very first time. A poem couple. I don't know what this is called in the literary language, but this was a pair of poem written which are connected to each other, and basically it's a male and a female seeing each other for the first time, like the one I had recited earlier, the Lokhandwala glimpse. So that was a third person perspective. This was the first person perspective from both the angles. I don't know what had happened, but unfortunately, this poem couldn't make the winning scene. Any which ways, not a problem. We are nearly half an hour from when we started. Let me go with a couple of poems and then we'll wrap it up. Now, this poem is again, I was thinking something and an early morning thought, and the title goes, why is the world so negative? There are some comments. Hold on. Thank you, Rupaji. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. So the title goes, why is the world so negative? Why is the world so negative? We often focus on the dark, ignoring the warmth of morning light that we can chase away the shadows. I'm sorry. Why is the world so negative? We often focus on the dark, ignoring the warmth of morning light that can chase away the shadows. Why is the world so negative? We see only the cracks and problems, drowning in the quiet hope that's trying to reach us. Why is the world so negative? We build walls around our hearts. Why is the world so negative? We build walls around our hearts, not noticing the open doors that let in light and love. Why is the world so negative? Maybe it's easier to cling to fears. Why is the world so negative? Maybe it's easier to cling to fears, but if you look up and around, we'll find new chances and brighter days. Each day brings a chance to start fresh. Each day brings a chance to start fresh, and simple act of kindness can help. Each day brings a chance to start fresh, and simple acts of kindness can help. By choosing to see the good, we can change the world for the better. So this was basically a thought expanded on why is the world so negative, and just my way of giving a solution to it. Let me see what I have more in the kitty. Okay. This is the last poem of the recital of today, and the title is December. This was again a prompt given to me, as just last month we had December. So these are my thoughts on what I feel about December. Yes, time flies. Time really flies. And when you are reciting, you really don't know how the time flies. Thank you, Rupaji. Thank you so much. So coming back to December, this December feels different, like a quiet companion, its presence lingering in the air, stealing yet another year with a soft, bittersweet sigh. The day starts slower now, each morning a whispered promise to savor every second. I tell myself, this time I will live it all. I say myself, this time I'll live it all. The unfinished dreams, the words left unsaid, the work that waited too long. I pour my heart into pages, poems, blogs, fleeting thoughts. I pour my heart into pages, poems, blogs, fleeting thoughts, finding a strange freedom in letting it all out. The year's weight grows lighter. The year's weight grows lighter with each word. There is something magical about December's pace. There is something magical about December's pace. It doesn't rush, doesn't demand, just lingers long enough to remind me there's still time to be, to do, and to feel. Birthdays are lovely. Birthdays are lovely with their candles and cakes, their fleeting joy, but December holds something very deeper. Birthdays are lovely with their candles and cake, their fleeting joy, but December holds something deeper. Sorry. But December holds something deeper. It's a mirror showing me what I have gained, what I have lost, and who I have become. But December holds something different. It's a mirror showing me what I have gained, what I have lost, and I have become. It's a storyteller weaving tales of yesterday. It's a storyteller weaving tales of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. It's a storyteller weaving tales of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. A maestro conducting the symphony of time slipping by. A maestro conducting the symphony of time slipping by. And as it fades, I realize December doesn't just end a year. And as it fades, I realize December doesn't end just a year. It begins a new one. It holds me gently, then lets me go. It holds me gently, then lets me go, whispering. This too is. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So let's wrap up with the final stanza. December doesn't just end a year, it begins a new one. December doesn't just end a new year, it begins a new one. It holds me gently, then lets me go, whispering, this too is life. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am thankful for all the patience which you had when I was reciting the poem and the wonderful comments which I received. Thank you so much for the opportunity given to me to recite my poetry to all of you. Thank you so very much. Well, I really